Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Beyond the Scoreboard, episode 28. Jackson and Garret.
How we doing, guys?
Well, it's a big day today. It's tomorrow is the NFL draft. Round one
Yes.
starts tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So we're going to have our last thoughts on the NFL draft we will bring to you tonight. And then after that, you'll be ready for the draft tomorrow. Remember, we know what we're talking about. All right. Going in first, we're going to talk about a few of our MLB scores from this past week. It was kind of a wild week in the MLB. A lot of games as we're getting right into the heart of it. So looking here, this is last Wednesday. The Braves continue their skid, especially on the road. 5-13, 2-11. Remember, this was last Wednesday. We'll see if they can turn things around. Big ending to a series, or a big series here between the Padres and the Cubs. Both of those teams looking very good right now. Moving on down, the Reds continue their struggles on the offensive end, not able to put up too many runs, and still continuing with the mistakes on defense, committing those errors. Pirates were able to pick up a big win. Of course, been struggling a lot. Rangers playing like one of the better teams in baseball right now. Of course, Corey Seager at the head of it there. Moving on to last Thursday. Kind of looking at some of these games. Pirates win again at home, 1-0 in a rubber match. Reds lose again with 3 errors. Took the loss in 10 innings. Moving on down here, Rangers pick up another win, 5-3, to continue playing very well. Moving on to Friday, Cubs start their series against the Diamondbacks. Pick up a kind of crazy win against the Diamondbacks here in this one. It was a rather weird one. As we're looking here, Diamondbacks pick up 10 runs in the 8th inning. They trailed 8-1. 7-1, excuse me. And then Chicago turns around in the bottom of the 8th and picks up 6 runs to be able to pick up the win, 13-11. Chicago still playing very good. Pirates pick up a loss after winning 2 straight. Reds finally pick up a win after losing 2 straight. Yankees still playing pretty solid baseball with that small little win there. Rangers start off the series against the Dodgers, lose in game 1, 3-0. Yamamoto, the pitcher for the Dodgers right now, looking like an early favorite for the NL Cy Young. Saturday slates. Cubs win game 2 against the Diamondbacks in what is a big series between these two teams. Diamondbacks competing in a very tough NL West this year. Kind of rather odd NL West, as the only team in the NL West below 500 right now is Colorado Rockies. As if you follow any sort of sports, the Rockies are on their own sort of level of bad. Reds lose again to the Orioles. Their bats show up in this one, but the pitching just continues to be an issue for the Reds. Rangers pick up the win at home against the Dodgers in this one. Rangers looking good. Take down the Dodgers, who potentially might be slowing down there after that one. Braves pick up their second win in a row to move themselves to 7-13. Moving on to Sunday's games. White Sox pick up a win against the Red Sox. Reds put up 24 runs on 25 hits against the Orioles.
That's insane.
Charlie Morton, a guy that just a few years ago was right in there for a Cy Young, is 0-5 with a 10.89 ERA. Not what the Orioles were thinking they were getting there. Braves pick up win 3 in a row. Sweep the Twins in 3 games. Are the Braves back? I guess we'll see here a little bit later on. Cubs fallen 11 innings in the third game of this set against the Diamondbacks in 11 innings. Tough way to go for Chicago. Dodgers pick up the win against the Rangers 1-0. Rangers were able to pick up 5 hits, but no runs to account for it. Monday night, there's a couple games Monday night, not a ton. Odd thing about Monday night, every single home team won on Monday night. Rather odd thing to happen.
Yeah.
As Guardians take down the Yankees, Marlins take down the Reds, Tigers take down the Padres, Braves win again, 7-6. Giants take down the Brewers. Yesterday's games. Guardians win again against the Yankees. Marlins win again against the Reds. Reds really, really struggling again. Not able to play good baseball. Padres pick up the win against the Tigers. Cardinals pick up the win at the Braves. Cubs pick up a wild win. Stayed up last night to be able to watch this one. This was a wild win for the Cubs. They go into the 7th inning up 7-4 or 7-5, up 7-5 going into the 7th inning. Allow 5 runs in the top of the 7th inning to go down 10-7. We don't score any in the bottom of the 7th. Kyle Tucker comes up to bat in the bottom of the 8th. Hits a 2-run home run with 1 out. Of course, you're still down by 1 run at that point. Top of the 9th, you shut him down the top of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. Miguel Amaya comes to the plate. And I will say, I said it as he came up to the plate. I'm like, oh boy, this game's over. Miguel Amaya can't hit. Right as I finish that sentence, the very next pitch, left center field, puts it in the basket. I looked at it. There's only one MLB stadium in all of the league that would have been a home run in, and it was Chicago. Due to the basket is the only stadium that it was going to be a home run in, and it was. So, ties it up, go to the top of the 10th after a great defensive play on first base by Justin Turner. Cubs able to shut him down. Very first pitch of the bottom of the 10th. Ian Happ rips one right down the first base line in between first baseman and second baseman. 112 miles an hour. No way for the first baseman to even touch the baseball. Rolls into right field, and that was the ball game as it scored the run from second.
That was a heck of a game.
It was a heck of a game. It was a beautiful game. Looking at some of these other games, Cardinals take down the Braves 10-4. Rangers take down the Athletics 8-5. Marcus Semien hit a home run in that one. And then today's games. Nationals currently lead the Orioles 3-1. Mariners lead the Red Sox 4-0. Dodgers lead the Cubs 2-0. Few games just starting. And the games that have already concluded today, Braves take down the Cardinals 4-1. Cardinals took the lead early, 1-0, and then fell behind. Reds pick up the win against the Marlins 5-2. After allowing 2 runs in the first 4 innings, Reds bounce back to get the win 5-2. Yankees beat the Guardians 5-1. Mets take down the Phillies 4-3. And Tigers take down the Padres 6-0 on just 2 hits for the Padres. Well, that is it in terms of the MLB. Let's kind of shift our focus now into the NBA. Of course, we're now into the playoffs. Let's go back to Friday. Heat takes down the Hawks 23-14.
That was actually a pretty good game, though.
Yeah, went to overtime.
Yep.
These was the ends of the play-in games. Grizzlies take down the Mavericks 120-106.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah. Saturday, this is the beginning of the first round. Pacers take down the Bucks 117-98. Um, personally wasn't expecting that, but
Pacers are
just
looking
me.
hot against them too, man. They're looking really good.
Nuggets take down the Clippers by 2 in overtime. Russell Westbrook looked pretty good, but of course, Jokic 29, 9, and 12.
Yep.
It's inevitable. Knicks Pistons 123-112. Um, Carl Anthony Towns 23, 11, and 4 steals.
I don't think the Pistons are going to be able to keep up with them. They just have too much firepower, dude. There's just
I
so much
agree.
every
I
position,
agree. I
every
think the
position.
Knicks are just too good.
Yeah.
Timberwolves take down the Lakers 117-95. Another game I didn't expect.
Uh, yeah,
I
I don't
expected the
know.
Timberwolves. I think I said this last week. I think the Timberwolves win this series, but I wasn't expecting a 22-point game one.
Well, I feel like the Lakers play off of whoever's hot. The Timberwolves have a system, they have a scheme and everything. They go through Anthony, kind of like what they did with MJ, and they go from there, feed it inside to out. They look really good, though.
Sunday's games. A rather disappointing um game one for the Grizzlies, 131-80.
Yeah.
Yeah, not yeah. There's not much to say about that one. Or Celtics take down the Magic 103-86. Derek White puts up 30 on 7 3-pointers. Cavs take down the Heat 121-100. And Warriors take down the Rockets 95-85. How about a game where neither team scores 100?
That's yeah. That doesn't happen anymore. Good defense or shooting the ball bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Well,
say
yeah.
so. Sixth man of the year was Peyton Pritchard's. That was on the Celtics, and then Jalen Brunson won clutch
Oh yeah,
player.
that happened today. Yeah,
Yeah,
clutch player of the
yeah,
year.
yeah. He's really good.
No,
He
yeah,
really
it's
is.
very. Monday night's games. Pistons on phone. They're gonna tie up the series 100-94. Clippers take down the Nuggets 105-102. Seems like this series is gonna come down to tight games.
I think so too. I do too. But the Knicks, I feel they lost this last game. They were restricting minutes in the beginning with Mikal Bridges and OG Ananobi, and they shouldn't have. They need to. They're just thinking they're going to make it easy to the next round, and I don't know, man. Kate
I don't know
Cunningham too.
either. Moving on to last night's game, Pacers take down the Bucks 123-115. Takes the series lead at 2-0. Thunder takes down the Grizzlies 118-99. They also take a 2-0 lead. Lakers come back to tie it up 94-85.
And
Thoughts
Lucas
on
scored
last
30.
night's games?
Yeah, Lucas scores 31. He didn't even
Yeah,
score 100 points as a team.
almost
This
put
is
up a
great.
triple double.
Yep. Yep. SGA has not been very good either, man. He hasn't put up, I think, over 26 points yet in a game. He's been very inconsistent, but he just says it's rust right now, so we'll see.
And then tonight's game so far, only one happening right now. Celtics Magic. A big storyline in this game. Jason Tatum is out
Yep.
for this one with an injury that he got in game one on a flagrant foul.
Yeah.
Um, so
Did you
as a
see? Have you seen any
yeah,
of that, dude? They are being rough, dude. They are
yeah.
playing hardcore ball.
And then
Jalen Brown's playing really good right now.
he is Heat leading the Cavs 16-14 right now. Personally, I don't think that'll last, but I guess who
No, I don't think
knows?
so.
You don't
Can the
have Jimmy
Warriors beat the
Butler no more.
Rockets? Yeah. Can the Warriors beat the Rockets in this actual first round? Do you
I
think?
think I think they win this game, but I don't think they win the first round.
Because the Rockets have been so going downhill at the end of the season. It's been weird. I don't
They
know.
need
Siga,
Alperen
I love Siga.
Sengun.
Hmm
Yeah.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
Okay. Well, that does it for that portion of the NBA. Moving on now to a little bit of college basketball. Not a lot to talk about, but more of tomorrow's the end of the transfer portal.
Yes, it
So
is.
it's going to be a big, interesting spot here to see who's going to come on top next year. Obviously, there's a few teams that look like early front runners to be some of the top teams next year. I will say Purdue is one of them after bringing almost everybody back, lost a few guys to the portal, but now looking like it's going to be looking like we're going to have a good next year. Braden Smith, um, already pretty much a lock for preseason National Player of the Year.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's a dog. He's a dog.
Purdue's going to be looking pretty solid next year. Um, Houston's going to look pretty good. There's a few teams next year. It's going to be a tight race next year, I fully believe. But the Final Four next year is in Indy. Of course, just down the road from West Lafayette.
Yeah,
All I'm saying.
I know. I'm excited.
I'm pumped. All right. Um, switch gears here to a little bit of college football. The news with college football, Nico Iamaleava leaves Tennessee after NIL issues, whatever, wanted 4 million. We talked about it a little bit last week, wanted 4 million, only got 2, was unhappy with it. Okay. Then has transferred now to UCLA. Unsure what he's making there. They haven't released that yet. We did find out, though, what Carson Beck is making down at Miami. And a coach, I will not name a name. If you haven't seen it, you'll have to just go find it for yourself. But when we found out that Carson Beck's making $4.5 million down to play for Miami, a certain coach in the SEC, there's your hint. Certain coach in the SEC said, $4.5 million. How about you go look how we played against us?
And it's
Yeah,
4.5 million.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think he's worth every bit of that. So I don't think he's
I
worth
don't
half.
think he is either.
I think I can't even say his name. The first quarterback we were talking about, his dad was saying something about getting the guarantee when he walked in, and there was a big, like, Twitter was getting onto it about how he secured an $80,000 bag for himself. But I don't know if that's legit or not. I just know that when he was doing it, he was like gambling on himself, and his dad was telling him just gamble on you. But he lost out on a lot of money. Like he was making more if he would have just stayed than doing
Yeah.
all this gambling and going somewhere else. He really did. It's crazy.
No, yeah, it's wild. Like college sports aren't what they used to be.
Not anymore.
Not at all. So let's switch a few gears here. Let's look at what's happening tomorrow night. NFL draft. It's all I've been able to think about, honestly, for the past couple days is what's actually going to happen. Because of course, nobody knows what's what's going to happen. So Garrett and I have what we think is going to happen. We each have our own separate ones. We have what we think is going to happen. So how this is going to work? We're going to go through. We're going to say the team, and then we're going to say, all right, we're going to do the top 15 picks. We're going to say, all right, here's who he's picking. Here's who he thinks they're going to pick. Trades are on the table. With the trades, I want you to tell me who's trading, obviously, and then what you're getting for your trade. All right. We'll go pick by pick. So one of us will start and do pick one, and then the other one will say their first pick. And then we'll kind of do it that way, if you're good with that.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Pick number 1. Tennessee Titans are on the clock, and they are going to take Garrett. I'll let you start.
Cam Ward.
And I would agree. That seems pretty
They say they're not
straightforward to me.
trading away. Yeah,
I did read that.
yeah. And I know
Now,
that Carolina just said they would trade back too.
yes, they did.
Yep.
Second pick. This could be an interesting spot.
I say Travis Hunter.
And
They're
you
going to
thought
go
the same
wild.
as I did. I want them to take Abdul Carter. Kind of. Kind of a little bit. But I really just see them going Travis Hunter and putting their stamp on it.
Yeah, they need a guy that can play both sides, I think.
Looking at number 3, the Giants.
Abdul Carter.
That's who I have as well.
I'm not
Abdul
kidding.
Carter at 3. I have heard a little rumor Chicago potentially interested in trading up to 3, as the Giants have announced they are open to looking into some trades at 3. Which could potentially see Chicago jump up to 3 to try to nab Abdul Carter.
They did say Kayvon Thibodeau could be on a trade block as well.
Yes, I did see that as well.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
Moving on to pick 4 with the New England Patriots.
I have Will Campbell, but I could see them moving back if it's worth the assets. Because I don't think they're looking at the same spots. They got their receiver, I think, for this year. But I think they're going to stay at 4 and go Will Campbell.
Well,
they need an offensive
Garrett,
line.
we are 4 for 4.
Are you serious?
We are 4 for 4 so far. Will Campbell kind of seems like the logical spot here. Drake May was sacked probably a little bit more than they would have liked. It's a good guy to protect him. Good could potentially be a good young offensive duo between a lineman and quarterback. Looking at pick 5 here with Jacksonville.
Yeah.
A potential interesting spot. So who did you have here?
Mason Graham. I got him there, but I still could see that one being traded as well. I mean,
I also have them going defensive side of the ball, but I actually have them going Will Johnson.
Will Johnson. That makes sense too.
I feel like just a team that could use a corner. Will Johnson. They have ranked as the best corner. I don't see him as the best corner. I think he's the second best corner in the game. Behind Jahadae Barron.
Me too. All right. We're doing pretty good.
Jahadae Barron or Baran, however you pronounce it, is to me.
He can play everywhere.
Ball skills, great vision, great speed. Will come down and make a hit as well.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6.
I just think at number 5, Will Campbell is really, Will Johnson is really high. For a corner at 5, that's crazy, man. Like
it is.
I mean,
it's very high.
10,
but in a draft where we're not going to see a lot of quarterbacks going early.
Yep.
Maybe we see more of those non-traditional picks going early, such as a corner.
Yeah, that's why I said it's not crazy for this year, but yeah.
Number 6, the Raiders. Another interesting spot.
I have 2 people, Shedeur Sanders or Genty, because of him falling there.
I have Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be available. So here's how I look at it. He's going to be available at 6. There's no doubt in my mind he'll be available at 6. The only team that
see New England doing it too.
That's the only one. But I don't think they will give him a number 4 pick paycheck.
Yeah, that's my thing.
I think if they take him, they drop down. They could even trade with the Raiders at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Flip them and then take him there at 6. But I think Genty at 6, no matter what, is going to be the right spot for him. Obviously, Jacksonville doesn't need a running back. Tank Bigsby. And then Travis Etienne. 2 good running backs. Giants, I think, have found their running back.
Mm-hmm. Tracy.
And Tracy Brown's still up in the air with Nick Chubb. Haven't re-signed him, so still like what's going to happen. And then Tennessee could use a running back, I guess. Potentially, you do have Tony Pollard, but you don't want to waste it at one.
Yeah. That's a good spot, too. He played good enough to be in a top 6 pick. He did.
Number 7.
The Jets, I really think that was the hardest one because they need a lot of spots. Tight end, defensive end. I went Mike Green. Everybody has him in the 20 spots. That dude is a stud. He is definitely
agree.
number 2 behind Carter. He is a stud.
I actually have a trade going down at 7
With the Colts.
with the Bears.
With the Bears, okay.
So Bears are going to get pick 7, and that's it. The Jets will receive pick 10. And then not only are they going to get pick 10, but if we look here in round 2, they're also going to get pick 41. And that's it. That's all it's going to take to be able to sneak up 3 picks.
Yeah, it's only 3 picks. Honestly, I think that's a lot, but it is.
And it could be a lot, but with having two early second round picks, I think it's worth it.
Oh yeah.
And then at 7, Chicago's going to take Tyler Warren.
Good pick.
He fell right into their lap. Gives them another weapon that honestly can play anywhere on the offensive side of the ball. You can throw him down as a lineman, put him as tight end, put him at slot, which I think is his best, where he could be the best. You can throw him out wide if you need to. Put him in the backfield. Let him run QB. I've watched him play in person, and it is just he's the kind of athlete on the offensive side of the ball that I will be honest with you, I've never seen before. I've never seen an athlete like this on the offensive side of the board that has speed, that has power, that can block, that can catch, and that can throw. He's not going to compete with Caleb Williams for quarterback or nothing, but he can still throw the rock a little bit.
He's like Randall L. back in the day. He threw the ball.
Yes.
He was the receiver. He could return.
Who is on the Bears coaching staff now?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yep, which is really ironic. He would be going to the Bears in this pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolina at 8.
Mikael Williams. They need it.
They do. I actually have them going offensive side of the ball. You need an offensive weapon. You have Xavier Legette, who is a borderline 1.
Yeah.
Bring yourself in a solidified number 1 receiver at Tedero McMillan. He will walk into the building and be your number 1 from day 1.
Yep. It's a good pick.
Number 9, New Orleans.
This one's going to throw you a curve. That is where Warren is going to be going. It would fit.
See, I don't hate it. I almost went Colston Loveland, but I actually went Jalen Walker.
And that would be a perfect one, too. They need it.
Cam Jordan is obviously aging. He's
been playing a long time.
He's been playing a long time. I remember watching him as a kid. So
they re-signed Chase Young as well. So
they did.
Yep.
And so Jalen Walker, kind of a guy to come in, could potentially just go in, bring him in on a 3rd and whatever that they're going to throw the ball. Let him come in and get a sack. Just let Jalen Walker do his thing. At pick 10, you have the Bears at pick 10. I have Jets at pick 10.
I have the Bears taking the best guard in the game, Tyler Booker. Yeah.
Wow.
You have to, I think. You have to. Greg Zabel's the second to me, but Booker would be a good spot for them because they could move Jackson or Jonah out to tackle if they don't trust the other guy. He's the best spot for them. They'll run the ball like crazy.
At number 10, I have the Jets, and I'm going Mason Graham.
That's a
You
good
can
pick.
slide. You can slide Quinnen Williams on the other side. What a tandem on the inside. Going to remind me a lot of the Eagles on the inside.
Yeah.
Big,
That
tough,
would be
strong guys
insane.
there on the inside. We're going to pick 11 to San Francisco. I will be honest with you. I've only looked at one guy for this pick, and it makes the most sense to me.
Really? I actually have Jalen Walker going there, and that's because they need the other side edge. But that was just me. It fits the scheme too.
I have Membu, the offensive tackle from Missouri.
And that's a good pickup too. Yep.
Trent Williams, kind of the same situation that I was talking about with New Orleans. He's aging. But what you can do is still Membu on the other side, play your other tackle, have them on each side. Membu's not a small guy. He's a big fella.
Yeah,
He's a big
too.
fella. He's got good footwork, good hands, big hands, strong guy. Let him play on the other side, but still be learning from Trent Williams a little bit. I also wouldn't hate throwing Membu as an offensive guard right next to Trent Williams.
I think him and Will Campbell, honestly, dude, like you could take them both out and you wouldn't notice a different player, honestly. They're really good.
No, I would agree.
Really. They're really good.
At pick 12 to the Cowboys. Last time I did a mock draft, I had McMillan going here, but he's already off my board.
So that's who I have. I have two people, Tet or Matthew Golden, and I don't really like it. I just think that's what a Jerry Jones pick is.
That would be a Jerry Jones pick. I'm going, my pick's as if somebody other than Jerry Jones was there. Jahade Baran.
That's who I would like. Yeah, that's who I would like. But you know,
a great corner. Like I said, I think best corner in this draft class. To me, it's not very close either. He's the best corner. Yeah. He's the best corner in this draft class.
He can play slot. He can play downhill safety. He can play the box safety. He can play up high hybrid. Dude, he can do it all.
He can do it all. Looking down here at 13.
Starks.
Miami.
They lost Holland. They're going to need him, and that dude can play. That dude
he can play.
Malachi Starks. Who do you got?
Ooh. Wait a minute. I might have wrote something wrong down. Let me look here. No, I didn't. Okay, I know. I went Michael Williams.
It's a good pickup for them, too.
You need an edge guy. A team that didn't get a lot of sacks last year. Mm-hmm. Bring in a guy that's going to get you sacks.
Yeah, Jalen Phillips had a bad, I think he tore his ACL or I can't remember what it was. I watched the play. And then Chop Robinson, he has not been the guy.
He didn't develop the way they expected, nor the way I expected him to.
Dude, I thought he was going to be a dog. Yeah.
So Colts at 14.
We all know where we went. Warren's gone off my board.
He's gone off mine.
Colton, tight end. They have to, I think.
So I have Colston Loveland. I hate the pick because he's not a first-round talent to me. When I watch him play, he's not a first-round talent. If he's first-round talent, he's going late 20s or one of your 30 spots. He's not a early first-round talent. Only problem is I don't see another glaring need for the Colts that would warrant a 14 pick. I don't hate the Colts trading down.
That's my other thing I was going to say. Yeah.
I don't hate the Colts trading down to a mid-20 to late 20 pick because you're still going to get Colston Loveland. You're still going to get him. That's not a question in my mind. No one else has a need of a tight end like you do.
Well, and the Bengals even said they would call for it, but that's not very many spots. Like, we're not, you know what I mean? I mean, I think it would be good. I mean, Denver, yes, they just got Evan Ingram, but then they could run their bunch. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know.
You
I
see,
mean,
I don't
there's a lot of
like.
teams that could need it.
Yeah, I look here and I'm like, you don't need a tight end. No, no.
I
I
think
mean,
San Diego could use one. I think
I
Seattle
think
could
they
use
could as well. I think Seattle could be a big question mark. All depends on what's
yeah,
going on with Noah Fant. Do they trust
yeah.
Noah Fant and whatnot? But after that, I scroll down here. I'm like, no. Here's a maybe.
The Rams.
No,
I
no,
mean, Tyler
no.
Higbee.
And like right there's your other one that it's like, okay, they could use
Yeah.
one. So I think if you trade here at 25,
Yep.
you'll get him.
Yeah. I do too. I think they'd still win what they want. Yep.
So moving on to pick 15, the Falcons. A lot of
They
different
need.
ways we could go here.
Yeah. They need. I honestly think they need quite a few things, but that's just my point. I went
I agree.
Nimbo there. That's where they needed Jake Matthews. He's doing great, but they need the other side, dude. That guy's 32. He's doing good. I can't remember his name now, but they're both aging at tackle. Like you got to get somebody in there. Play guard for now. I mean, they have
I have
history,
Kelvin
but still,
Banks.
that's a good pickup, I think.
And because Kelvin Banks, to me, when I watch Kelvin Banks play, like when we look at Will Campbell to me is a very good player, but Will Campbell's not a guy to me that you can move around on the offensive line. Kelvin
Yeah,
Banks is the player to me that he's the most versatile offensive lineman. You can move
yeah,
him to guard, you can move him to center, tackle, wherever you need him to play. The way I've watched him play, he can play. If he can snap the ball for Falcons, there's no doubt in my mind they put him at center. You just lost your center. He's at Chicago
yes,
now.
yeah. Well, and
So,
Zabel, he's the other guy. He's the only other guy I would say you can
yes,
move around the most. That dude
Gray
is a
Zabel
stud.
as well.
Small school stud. Yes. But I really think that would be their best pickup if he's still there. I don't know if he will still be there. There's a lot of ifs I have,
Yes,
like
and that's
from
the
8
only other
to
thing.
15.
That's the only other thing is, will he be there?
Jacksonville is considering trading up to the Browns' number 2 pick to land Travis Hunter. Bleacher reports. Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay,
crazy.
so after we've done this, Garrett and I are both going to give you kind of our potential risers, fallers, some guys that you might see at a spot that we are going to see differently. Garrett, I'll let you go with your first player.
Who do I think is going to be a really big high?
Oh, or whatever, a big surprise you could potentially see in the draft.
I really could see. I really could see Shador falling, but I really think. I hate saying this. I hate the fact that we're all saying Ashton Genty is a top 5 player. I feel like he could fall down to Denver, and I didn't think it could happen. There's so many teams that could. You know what I mean? I don't know.
So I would agree. I think Ashton Genty could fall. The only thing to me is I look at a lot of these top 10 teams, and there's quite a few of them that could use a running back.
But they need a lot more
I mean,
offensive line and a defensive end, and that's my
they
thing.
do. So my only other thing with that is if I think he gets to the Chicago's pick, they take him because you've already shored up your offensive line. Outside of maybe there's one guy there that you could be like, maybe. But other than that, you've shored up your offensive line. You have DeAndre Swift. Let's be honest, he's getting to the end.
I look at
He's
that
almost
different.
there.
I think he did. I think he did really good.
And I do. I
Honestly.
agree. I think he did really well. But I think it's the fact of his age. He's getting to
Yeah.
be done. And Ashton Genty to me is a great guy that could be paired up with him.
Let me ask you this then: do you take him at 10 and not pay attention to the rest of the one piece you need on the line, or one other player that you know you're not going to get in the second round, or do you not take him and understand there's like 6 other running backs, dude, that are. I'm just saying, second round, dude. You
I
could
think
probably
I
end up
think
getting Hampton.
to me it's Ashton Genty has a higher ceiling than any other running back to me. Ashton Genty's comp for me, I look at Ashton Genty, not he doesn't currently play. Ashton Genty's comp to me is a Walter Payton.
I was going to say
Guy
Barry
that's got
Sanders.
speed, guy that can run with power, and if you need him out of the backfield, he will do it. He's not great, but he can.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy that ran for 2,600 yards. I mean, ranked
Can
only
he do
second
that
behind
though?
Barry Sanders.
Yeah. I wonder if they can do that without him being the focal point of the offense. That's what I want to know. Is he good at getting every time the ball, maybe 15 times? Because
So I
just
think
think
that's going to be the
he's overall
other.
the best.
I think that is going to be the other question is before Chicago can pick or trade up, Chicago needs to like identify, okay, what's going to be our identity? Are we going to give Caleb Williams? We shored up his offensive line. Okay, so now are we going to let him throw the ball a bit more? Which we saw later in the season. We saw because early in the season they weren't putting the ball in his hands. They were just letting him hand it off and not letting him throw till third down. Then we saw late in the season he started throwing the ball around a bit more. I mean, once the coaching change happened, it turned into okay, let's let him play a little bit more. And so I almost wonder. The reason I went Tyler Warren is because I think that becomes Chicago's new identity. Is play action. We're gonna let Caleb Williams do what he did at USC to be a Heisman winner. Because what he did at USC was play action, let him roll out, hit his target.
Yeah.
Or let him scramble.
That's my thing. I was going to say, don't forget about his feet. I mean, he's really good. I think Caleb's going to have this sophomore year. I mean, he should.
I think he. I will fully believe it, and I will even say it now. We can clip it for later. Chicago's going to have their first 4,000-yard passer.
Oof.
If we can manage to get him one weapon,
that's
because you got to remember, Chicago's number 2 last year. He's still out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's been no talks of him coming back or anything. It's kind of just been, oh, where's Keenan Allen going to go? But Rome Odunze is going to be a good number 2 wide receiver if that's what he becomes. That's the thing. Rome Odunze is going to be like a great number 2. Not a great number 2, but a very, very good number 2.
I think he would be a number 1 on most teams in a year. So, yes, that's what
I would agree.
Kind of like a Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown type, you know.
Yeah. And that's a combo I could see Chicago having there. And then you bring in Tyler Warren as well. Cole Kmet, this makes me sound like I don't think Chicago's got a good tight end. I think Cole Kmet's a top 12 tight end in the league. I love Cole Kmet. When Cole Kmet is playing at his best, he is one of the best tight ends in the league.
Yeah, he actually blocks. I'll give you that too.
The run after catch, the blocking ability, the strong hands, and not being afraid to catch a ball in traffic. Yeah. But I see a lot of Cole Kmet and Tyler Warren. I do. But I think Tyler Warren takes it to another level.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check something.
He honestly reminds me of John Riggins mixed with Dallas Clark and Greg Olson, if you remember.
Just as you said that's their draft comp.
Oh, no kidding. Dude, the guy is he's just so sturdy. It's almost like he doesn't run like fluent. He's just so stiff but it works with him, dude. It looks right.
So another kind of draft comp that's just kind of the style that he plays to me is like a Taysom Hill type guy that
Yeah.
I mean, at the game that I went to, he even played special teams. I mean, he was out there in kickoff return. Like He's a selfless player. He's gonna do whatever he can, and I think that's what Chicago needs. Chicago needs
Yeah.
a guy like that.
So
I
if
mean,
Warren and Genty are sitting there, who would you take?
don't ask me that question. That's like my biggest
That's
fear
rough.
with this draft. That's my
That's
biggest
that's
fear with this
rough.
draft is they're both going to be sitting there. And I think it's going to come down to if that's the spot, Chicago needs to have in their mind, okay, this is going to be your identity.
Yeah.
We're either committing to run the ball or we are going to commit to being able to throw it around a bit.
But
Which the
you
way this
can.
offense
That's
is
my
built,
thing. I was gonna say like you can. No, that's
the way this
I know
offense
you're
is
gonna.
built, they can do it either way. With the way they've revamped this offensive line, whichever way they pick isn't going to be a bad choice. There's not a bad choice there. But the thing is by tomorrow, they need to have that decision. They might already have it.
Mhm.
They might have already decided, okay, this year we're committing, we're going to let Caleb do his thing. Or they're going to be like, "It's just a sophomore season. We need to bring in a running back that can take the load off of Caleb and let Caleb still kind of get into the groove, which to me is the wrong choice.
Me
To
too.
me, the choice
Especially that
is
division.
yes, like Chicago. I'm not going to say he's win now mode, but they kind of are. Your division's not going to get any easier. Green Bay is still a younger team. DJ Moore is not getting any younger.
No.
You just signed Grady Jarrett, who's near the end. Like, we're looking at a Chicago team that's good, but that's not going to be fantastic for a lot of years. At least with the current squad we have, it's not going to be a dominant next 10 years to come until we start bringing in those new guys.
Well, and that was the other thing I was gonna say, not to hop off Chicago train. Jerry will do anything to have information or be in front of the media. But he said that he's actually working on 2 trades right now, and I hate saying this, but 2 years ago he said the same thing, and we traded up. But my thing is where are you
Or
going
Trey
up, and
Lance, am
what
I
are you
right?
doing? Yeah, yep, Trey Lance. No, that was San Francisco. That was San
No, that was
Francisco.
San Francisco. That was San
Yeah,
Francisco. You're right.
we traded up for Micah with the Eagles. We moved up with the
Oh, that's
Eagles and
right.
switched. So, and then after that, it was I can't remember who it was. We did like 3 in a row. It was crazy. I can't remember now. But when we got Mozzie Smith, he was talking about trading up 3 more, and he was just talking about that in his presser. He goes, if there are certain guys falling quicker than we would expect, like offensive line, like he actually said it, and it was like, are you trying to push it one way, or are you trying to? Because I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if they just went Golden, Tet. I hate to say it, but Luther Burden, I really could see him reach like that. And I
And
hate
see,
to say that.
and see, Luther Burden's one of my other ones that I'm going to talk about. Is I think Luther Burden falls
Me too.
to
He's
round
a
2.
character dude. He's a character dude.
There's
I
another
wouldn't be
player I think
surprised
that
if he's
falls
healthy.
to potentially round 2, and that's Shedeur Sanders.
No, it ain't gonna happen. The Steelers need him, bro. If they don't trade up, they're at 21. What if Aaron Rodgers don't take it? What do? Dart? I'm sorry, Dart is amazing, but I would take Shador. He is more NFL comp ready, I think. I really do.
I am taking here at this spot. If you don't have Aaron Rodgers locked up by tomorrow, which I'm going to be honest with
He
you,
probably will.
they're not going to.
You don't think so?
I
He
don't
did
think they'll
that with
have it
the
locked
Jets.
up by 8 o'clock tomorrow night. They could be. He could be locked up tomorrow night by 8 o'clock. But my thought is, as soon as that draft, if they don't have anything worked out by the time that draft starts, your pick right there is going to be Jackson Dart if he's not gone. Which he, in my opinion, I'm looking at it, he's not going to be gone. When I look at this,
No,
like
he won't be.
I think our drafts are very good with the top 15. Once you hop out of the
Yeah,
top 15, there's only a handful
it's
of
hard.
teams I could see that could go quarterback. One of the ones
Seattle.
just a personal thing that I think they need a brand new quarterback, but that's just my personal opinion.
Mhm.
That's Arizona. I'm not a Kyler Murray fan. I think but that's just me.
I mean, I think he's all right, but it doesn't work all year round. No.
No. And so When I look at that, I'm like, man, no one's going to take a quarterback before you once you hop out of the top 15. So if you're sitting there, Jackson, Dart, and Shedeur Sanders are both available when you go all the way down, and you're sitting at 21, and you're going quarterback at 21. My thought is Steelers. There's not a lot of glaring needs on either side of the ball that you have other than quarterback. They're thinking, okay, you got to sit there. Okay, where are we going at quarterback? They're both here.
They need another running back. Warren is not a every down, and they need a guard. That they did just lose their tackle, and they got heck of good receivers. Yes, but I don't see Dart. I mean, dude, all I've watched is a few games of him, and then I watched him on the draft, like while they're doing their comps and all the training area. Shedeur is the most accurate, dude. I'm sorry.
No, I would agree.
Face. I just think he will go to Pittsburgh before Dart, unless the Steelers know something we don't. They could trade back, get more because they need it. They really do. But at 20, what was it, 26? No. There was a team late. I can't remember who it is now.
The Rams?
Yeah, the Rams. They were talking about their executive, and Sean McVay said they would be okay with trading up if the Steelers potentially don't take Shedeur or Jackson Dart. And I was like, who else is going to – what other team? Green Bay, Minnesota. No. I'm like, maybe Minnesota because they don't know, but that would make no sense on J.J. McCarthy's
No, it would make no sense.
Yeah, it would make no sense. But
Minnesota,
you never know. I just don't know who else would. I mean –
I don't see anybody else that would.
That's what I don't understand. So why would you trade up if they don't take it? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Nope, it doesn't to me either.
But that's what he was saying. But they could be saying that to change things, so you never know.
So you
didn't take. Hold on. You didn't take the pick. Which one, Warren or Genty? The ding. You're on the clock, dude.
Warren.
Yeah, that's what I would have done too. See what I'm saying? Even you just said. See, Genty's got to fall, dude. Like he's gonna fall. I'm telling you.
So, looking at this running back draft board.
What?
Who is going to be the second running back off the board to you?
I don't agree with that list at all. But if Genty will go on first at running back. Hampton is going to go second because if he's not gone by us, if we need him then and we think we'll take him, we'll either trade back and take him before Denver will. And then it's Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson is a dog.
I don't hate that. So actually, let's do something first. Give me your top 4. Give me your top 5 running backs from this draft class. So you already said Genty, Hampton.
Genty, Hampton, and then it's Caleb Johnson. I have to go Henderson and then Judkins, and that's that. And then it's Cam right there, Cam Scatterville. And then I have DJ Gidden and then Dylan Sampson. So I'm serious.
Mine is Genty, Hampton. I'm taking Henderson, then Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm taking Judkins. And then at my 6th, I'm going someone that they have at 8. Devin Neal.
He is a dude. He reminds me of Alvin Kamara. Dude.
I don't see who they have as his draft comp because I watched him play in 2 games and it was insane to me. Oh, I don't have one.
They don't?
His overall rank is past 100, I think. Maybe not, because he doesn't have one either. Cam Scatterby, they say, plays a lot like James Conner. Okay. Yes.
No, he does not.
DeMarco Murray.
No, he does.
I don't hate
runs
that.
Downhill, and he can do. Yep, I like him.
Quinshawn Judkins, they have as Joe Mixon.
Hey, Alvin Kamara, Genty, watch.
Yeah.
Watch. Makes no sense.
James Cook for Trayvon Henderson.
What?
Oh, Marianne Hampton plays like Brees Hall. Okay, I like this one.
Did you? Yes, I like that a lot, actually.
And Genty, they have Alvin Kamara.
How is he like Alvin Kamara? Can you tell me, please? The screen game?
He's not.
There's no, this is my thing, real quick. The other trade I seen that they were doing with trading up and down, Dallas trading, Jets trading back with Dallas giving. No, the second round was Dallas or the Jets wanting to trade with Dallas, them getting Brees Hall, giving them a second and a third. And I'm like, why would I give a second and a third though if I can draft one of these guys in the second or third? Like, I don't know. I think Brees is good, but I don't know.
All right. I think it's time we hop into our picks for the week. So here's a bit of update on tonight's games. Cubs just loaded the bases with one out. And the bottom of the fifth down 2 runs. So that makes me happy. Tomorrow night, we will do our teams, Texans and Reds. Or Rangers and Reds, excuse me. Rangers play the Athletics.
You know who I'm picking.
DeGrom's on the mound. I'm taking the Rangers.
I'm going Rangers too.
Computer looks like it's going to start dying. Phillies, Cubs, Friday night. Or Friday at 2:20. I'm taking the Cubs.
I'm going to go with Cubs because it's at home.
Yes, sir. Screen's being all wonky. Rangers at the Giants. Sorry, Garrett, I'm going Giants.
That's gonna be I have to go Giants. They've been good a lot lately, man.
Yeah, they have. Cubs, Phillies. In Chicago again. Ben Brown on the mound. Doesn't make me feel great, but doesn't make me feel terrible. I'm going Cubs.
I'm going to go Cubs.
Rangers at the Giants. I'm going Rangers. Myhill's on the mound. Has played outside his mind.
Yeah, he's been playing crazy.
Sunday. Rangers, Giants. I'm going Rangers again. I think Rangers take 2 out of 3.
I'm going to go Giants this time, actually.
Cubs, Phillies. I'm going Cubs. I'm going to 3-game sweep. Cubs have played extremely well, especially at home. Their record might not look like it, but they're actually 7-3 at home because of the 2-game series over in Tokyo.
Yeah, I'll do Cubs as well.
Oh, Cubs just tied up the game, by the way, 5-5. Dansby Swanson singles and scores 2 runs.
Dude, they do that. They've been doing that all year. It's like they could be down and it don't matter. They're scoring
just
really easily.
Move the guys around. Rangers Athletics, again. I'm being Rangers at home.
Yeah, Rangers at home.
10-3. 10-3. What they are at home. And then the last one for next week, Tuesday. Cubs at the Pirates. Okay, it's Cubs.
Dude, are we going to have one pick different? Do we have one?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Athletics at the Rangers. I'm taking Rangers again.
Yeah. They're pretty good away, though, dude. Athletics aren't bad. They do better.
Our Athletics are not bad on the road, but
yeah,
the Rangers are real good. NBA. Oh, Cubs just took the lead 6-5 on a sac fly. Tomorrow, Knicks Pistons. I'm taking Knicks.
Yeah, I have to. They're too deep.
Thunder, Grizzlies. Grizzlies are getting a win.
I think it's going to be a sweep, honestly.
Okay, so he's going Rangers. Nuggets, Clippers. Great series.
Probably the best one of this first round. I'm going Nuggets.
Friday. Celtics, Magic. I'm giving Celtics 33-8 on the road. Like, come on,
Yeah,
Celtics.
there's no. Yeah,
Pacers, Bucks. Bucks are going to get a win.
you would
I think.
think. You would. Damian Lillard needs to go off, dude. He's not doing very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pacers. I'm going Pacers.
Lakers, Timberwolves. I think Timberwolves are going to win the series, so I'll give me Timberwolves.
I think the Lakers are gonna win this one because they're gonna make it hard.
Ooh.
It might be a 7-game series.
Saturday, Cavs, Heat. It's going to be the Cavs. I'm sorry, they're probably going to sweep.
Yeah, I'm going Cavs. That's for sure.
Thunder, Grizzlies. Thunder's going to take a 3-1 lead here after this game. I know you said they're going to sweep, so you got Thunder there.
Yep, sweep.
Nuggets, Clippers. I think Clippers tie this back up. I think it goes 2-2.
I'm gonna say the same. For some reason, the Clippers are just playing hard. Harden and Kawhi are doing it. They are.
Rockets, Warriors. I'm going to take the Rockets. I think Golden State played them tough. Golden State's going to take a 2-0 lead. Rockets are going to come back and win 4 straight.
The problem is they're both good at. The Rockets are good at away, and the Warriors are good at home. I'm gonna take the Rockets on this one.
Knicks, Pistons. I'm taking the Knicks. I just don't think the Pistons have enough.
Yeah, they don't.
Timberwolves, Lakers. I think Timberwolves get the win here as well to take a 3-1 lead.
I think it'll be tied up. Timberwolves this time 2-2.
Celtics, Magic. I think Celtics win. I think Celtics are going to pull off the sweep.
Yep, same here.
Pacers, Bucks. I think Bucks win this one as well to tie it up at 2s.
It's gonna be a sweep, I think.
Ooh.
They're just playing too deep, man. They're really good.
We won't pick these two since it's to be determined.
Hmm.
Rockets, Warriors.
I think the
Oh,
Warriors
you
are gonna
said
pull that
sweep.
one out.
Yeah, you said no. You didn't say sweep, but you said
No, the
Warriors going to
sweep
pull it
was
out.
the Thunders. Yeah.
You're right. I think Warriors get it done as well to take a 3-1 lead. No. I think Knicks get it done. I think Knicks win 4-1 in the series.
Yeah. Yep.
I think here the Nuggets take. I heard the Nuggets take a lead 3-2.
I think they win out after that. They always have that clutch in them.
And then that's it. All right. Well, thank you for joining this week's episode of Beyond the Scoreboard. Be sure to tune in next week as we will recap the NFL draft and the first rounds of the NBA playoffs and all that has come from this past week. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Get out and watch some sports.